Hey, Busy Bees. Today we are back with another chapter in our My Weird School series, Book 3, Miss Roopy is Loopy by Dan Gutman. But before we get into our chapter of the day, we're going to get into our riddle of the day. And the riddle of the day is, why did the turtle cross the road? Okay, and I'll tell you again. Why did the turtle cross the road? And I'll give you the answer to our riddle at the end of our chapter. All right, so last week we ended off on chapter 2, where they went into the library and saw this gorgeous treehouse in the middle of the library, right? And they still didn't know who that gentleman was that had marched into their classroom, but here he was again in the library. So let's pop open the book and fly through this adventure together. Chapter 3, George Washington's Teeth. I'm no dumbhead, my mom told me that George Washington had wooden teeth. So this army guy with the wig couldn't be George Washington unless he had wooden teeth. If you're really George Washington, let's see your teeth, I said. The army guy with the wig reached into his pocket and pulled out a set of teeth. Then he wound a little thing on it, and the teeth started chattering up and down in his hand. Emily took one look at the teeth and ran out of the room crying. That girl cries at anything. Wow, I said. Maybe he is George Washington. Those teeth are cool. I wish I had wooden teeth. You can't fool me, Andrea Young said. You're not George Washington. You're Mrs. Roopy, the new librarian, dressed up to look like George Washington. You're supposed to read stories to us and help us use the computers. Computers? George Washington said, his forehead all wrinkly. I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. This is the year 1790. Computers haven't been invented yet. No matter what we said, the army guy with the wig insisted that he was really George Washington. He read us a story about when he was a boy and he chopped down a cherry tree. Then he showed us a bunch of books about the United States. All through library period, the army guy with the wig said that he was George Washington. After a while, we started calling him George Washington. George Washington, I asked, may I go to the bathroom? Everybody laughed, even though I didn't say anything funny. Kids think anything to do with bathrooms is funny. If you want to make your friends laugh, all you have to do is stick your face in their face and say either bathroom or underwear. It works every time. I'm sorry, George Washington said. This is the year 1790. Bathrooms have not been invented yet. It wasn't an emergency or anything, so I waited. We were all allowed to check out any book we wanted from the library. I took out a book about jet fighter planes because it had cool pictures in it. For a president, this George Washington guy seemed to know a lot about finding books in the library and checking them out. It was time to go to lunch. We all had a salute George Washington as we left the library. Hey, how come you chopped down the cherry tree anyhow? I asked him as we left the library. I cannot tell a lie, he said. I needed some wood for my wooden teeth. Then he showed us his chattering teeth again. I'm still not sure if that army guy with the wig was George Washington or not, but he was weird. And that is the end of our chapter for today. So we still don't know who the army guy is, right? Because if we think about it, could it really be George Washington as we talked about it last time? I'm not too sure at this point. He kind of sounds like, and he's kind of sounding like he's going to stay in that character. All right, so let's get to our answer to our riddle of the day. So our riddle was, why did the turtle cross the road? And the answer is, drum roll please, to get to the Shell Station. Do you get it? Because turtles have what on their back? They have shells. Yes, and it's actually part of their body. It helps protect them. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you'd like to follow along for more adventures, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you on the next one.